tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Everything is fine. I did not delete all of Legend Seeker. Well, most of Legend Seeker. It's okay. Calvino's working on it. Yep. Plug that in. No. Not that one. No, here. Just cancel the worst IT. Oh my gosh. I can put this back together. Okay. I mean, I saved the map. I put the map back together. The map is okay. The map is fine. I'm not sweating. It's fine. Just don't tell Erudai. Everything is going to be totally fine. I fixed most of the places. I think most of the names are the same as they used to be. Let's see. Seems to be a couple too many of me. One of me be gone? Yeah, there we go. Calvino's helping. He's not chewing on my foot right now. Let's see. I think I've got another one of me. Which one of me is the right me? The wrong me? I don't know. Mirror me? Let's get rid of that me. We're getting closer. We're almost normal now. All right. Everything is totally fine. Yeah, I think he can put the fire out. Yep. Whew. Things are getting better. Yeah, so yeah. I think this was named Rudy Poo Isle, right? This all seems right. I think. Yeah, everything's normal. I didn't break anything. Oh, look, mountains. The Alabama of Dwarf Kingdoms? I don't know. It seems pretty close. Let's see here. Yeah. Where did I move that over to? I gotta check something. Oh, one of my jokes got lost when I resaved the map. No. I mean, everything is fine because the place that's supposed to be right here that got changed. Oh, when I resaved it. Oh, it didn't save it because this is supposed to be that was supposed to be so fantastic, much sarcastic to go with the so wood, much spooky. Well, dang it. One of my jokes got lost. I mean, my completely legitimate fixes to everything. There. Where the goddess hit the world. She left a mark. Yeah, we've got History Eraser Buttonwold. Yeah. We've got Batberg down here. Also smells. Elves, how quaint. Crescent was here. The Cajun Quarry Marshes. Got Tomixville. Got, oh, look, mountains. Not Florida. The Goth Jungle and Goth Island. Because they're oh so dark. Dark water. More water. Narrow water. Wow, that's deep. I'm melting for the caustic strand. Got a feline slept here. The redheaded stepchild colony for ex-boys there. Proper dwarves. Bored orcs. More mountains. No one goes here on purpose. Why do orcs walk so much? Discount Mideast country. Future home of Fantasy Vegas with the Dragon Noodle Soup franchise HQ. Now this is eccentric over here. Yeah, I think I fixed it. We're good, right? Totally fine. Totally normal. Oh, well, there's one thing that's not normal. I'll fix that. I can do it. There, we'll give you the forward-facing Legend Seeker. So, hi, I'm Frost. This is Frost Written. Totally normal stream with totally normal lore. Maybe. It totally looks right. Yeah, you were supposed to be on you were the first one I did over here when I did the so wood much spooky. I said so fantastic, much sarcastic. And then I saved the map out and evidently it lost that, which was great. But we got Daxioso ton. Yeah, we've got Rudai's secret place up here. I think that's most of the little things I put in here, but I don't remember all of them. Oh yeah, Port Jensen. Yeah, I think I have some more hidden in here. I don't remember where they're all at. Anyway, I'm gonna save this out and I'm going to go back to the actual real map. Wonderdraft is currently busy. Okay. All right, let's go to the normal, everyday, boring map where everything is normal and boring. And much fantasy. And not at all not fantasy. How's everybody doing today? Did everybody get fooled by somebody for an April Fool's joke or not? Nobody did anything at my work. Even a little thing. Nothing. Not a bit. I put my my background for today to say that it was Monday, and nobody noticed. And one person, when I asked, I was like, wow, nobody noticed that my background was at Monday? One person said, oh, well, that makes me feel better. Just thinking, wait, you just accepted it was Monday again? Wow. I have power. Who's in the Frost Ring? Or the Frost Mountains? No. No Frost Mountains. There's nothing like that. There's nothing cool. I didn't put anything frosty in this place at all. Nothing. Oh, I got how do I have comments turned on in here? Yeah, why does it have the markup? I don't want any markup in here. Huh. I must have hit a key somewhere. I don't know. All right. So we're going to be working on a few different things today, and none of them are going to be about the Rudy Poo. Because nobody wants to talk about that horrifying creature. All right, so this is the mountain. What did I call this place? Oh, I called it the Monks. That's right. This is right. I gotta rename that. All right, so we're gonna search for monks. The Order of Saren Monks. All right. Oops. In Cindervale. Ba, 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 ba. And if anybody wants a copy of that map when we get to the point, I'll see if Ruda wants to do something goofy with it. We'll see. We'll see. I sent him a little picture, a snippet of it. So I thought he'd be amused. All right, we got to put a symbol in here before I forget. It is a city, but it's not because it's one of these things. All right. Labels, Cindervale. All right, we're going back to talk about the monks. The monks. It shows up as red when I do that. Oh, it's because it doesn't like the word. Yeah, I forgot how heavy that stupid helmet I have is, because it's actually an iron helmet from, I think, either the end of World War II or the beginning of the Korean War. So it's a real helmet, and boy, is it heavy. I'm impressed with the guys who could run around with those things on their heads during a war. All right, so how far is that away? That's technically a little ways away. All right. I just had a snack, a treat, and for whatever reason, eating things with chocolate and stuff makes my body temperature go up happily, I suppose. I threw it in the garbage. Now I can't see it. It's like a coconut cocoa bar. So dark chocolate and coconut oil and stuff like that. It's very good, but it must have a lot of calories in it. Not a lot of ingredients, though. Oh, I just realized I typed this place wrong. Not Florida, it's Kiru. Valley they chose features active geysers, magma flows, poisonous gas filled, though dormant. Parenthesize. Ooze. Altitude which still deep beneath the peaks. Convergence of mainstream energy what they use to tempt and train both their initiates and themselves daily. Amongst use deadly terrain and natural obstacles as training grounds, toughening their bodies as well as their minds in a highly dangerous choice. I'm glad you enjoyed the map. I did that right before the stream because I got everything set up, and I was like, I should do something for April Fools. And I sent a Rude message, and I said, don't worry. I didn't really delete Legend Seeker. If you hear me say that on the stream, don't freak out. And he said, LOL. All right, the monks use deadly train natural. I don't think that word works for me. Hello, artificial cutie. What's going on in here? Well, we're doing some lore for the Legend Seeker RPG. It's what we do. Currently, I'm writing about a monk training ground in these mountains that has a lot of natural dangers. I wonder if let's say visitors are welcome. Got the 30-minute notification, missed the live one partially because I'm making dinner. Ah, okay. Well, Jensen, you'll be happy to know that on the April Fool's version of the map, you did get a town named after you. It's like a very large truck driving away. What else would I put in here? In addition to the cordial relationship with the tea house and its adherents, monks from the order are often serving there as part of their initiation rituals. So, yeah, the tea house is right there, so they can technically make their way through the mountains to it. Do that as a comma instead of a semicolon. All right. Is there anything else we need to put there for that? Because the tea house is where the oracles are. Okay, so the monks often serve as guards at the tea house as part of their initiation rituals. So, Muffin and Lucy have been really obnoxious today. I don't know what gotten into them, but Lucy is such a calm kitten all the time. She and Muffin have just been growling at each other lately, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. So I tried to separate them as much as I can, but I think they're grumping at each other again. All right, so monks from the order there often serve as guards of the oracle as part of their final training, real final training. A bunch of grumps, exactly. They got food, they got water, they got toys, they got, well, not a lot of sunshine, but they had some sunshine today. What do they got to complain about? Come on. They've got toys that make noises on the floor to bug me. Seriously. Seriously. All right, the Kyrians leave them alone, not considering them a threat. It's got to be something else. There's something else I want to mention about this with the veil here. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Move on. All right, we've got the dyes and the silks and other things in Kiru. We talked about some of the places in Kiru. Did talk about that. All right, so maybe I don't have to cover that. I have an entry for each one. They're very small. I think I better point these things out. Oh, I'll do it in the third paragraph. How is the keyboard noise, by the way? Is it manageable? Less loud than it used to be? Is it okay? I thought bugging you is my job. Is it a good idea to do TTRPG prep when I have a splitting headache? Well, one could argue that it should alleviate the headache because you get all those creative juices flowing and you get all that stuff going through your head. Or if you're stressed about it, then it can make the headache worse. Hopefully it's not going to make the headache worse. That's why I do very little prep. Because players are chaos. All right, so this is Magic Can Grow. This is preview. Okay. Lighter than the old one? Oh, that's good. Painkiller plus coffee should do the trick, maybe. Well, if you're like me, coffee is really great for that. And occasionally I'll take and I leave, but I'll also throw hot sauce in my coffee. And right now the hot sauce I have in my coffee is green pepper Cholula. It's got a much more fruity taste than some of the smoky ones I put in here. Earlier today when I had coffee, I put, I said it right there. I put aromatic bitters in my coffee, which is also good. It's really good with iced coffee, weirdly enough. If you like iced coffee, throwing some aromatic bitters in it with it, pretty good. I am so strange. I can't help it. I can't. I literally can't help it. Nope. All right, so Alu, I'm going into more detail on the temples of unveiling that are in the jungles of Xanatha. So Alu, one of the long, why do I haven't long abandoned? This should be, the hyphen should be there, not there. One of the long abandoned temples of unveiling, Alu is a shrine of quietus incarnate. The Brotherhood sought to understand the gods and keepers' abilities to suppress or negate other powers here. Here, they created many spells and artifacts that could interfere with other magics and powers, and where they created the horrific weapon that sterilized the dwarves. A massive and ancient stone ziggurat, whose peak barely rises above the jungle's canopy. Alu's peak contains, I wonder how I want to say that. We'll hold a large piece of enchanted obsidian, similar to the other temples of unveiling. Unbreakable, with ragged edges sharper than a razor. Few understand even a portion of what purpose these... I don't want to just say stones. These... because they're kind of... yeah, I'll just say monoliths. Volcanic monoliths may serve. Volcanic glass monoliths may serve. Do 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 do. Bashmu, another temple of unveiling, is a shrine of insidious and manifold fractal magic. This was where the Brotherhood experimented with magic that could grow, insinuate itself, and survive beyond its limits. Okay, it's a giant piece of enchanted obsidian. Triplet in constructing the other two temples, it is crowned with an obsidian monolith as well. Okay, Bashmu, another temple in Valley, is a shrine of insidious and manifold fractal magic. This is where the Brotherhood experimented with magic that could grow, insinuate itself, and survive beyond its limits. Triplet in construction of the other two temples, it is crowned with an obsidian monolith as well. though its peak lies below the jungle canopy since it is nestled in a canyon. Strange people are better, except that one mod secretary. She's a little too strange. Wah wah. He gotcha! Or he got that one person, whoever it is. Some unnamed person that he has not mentioned. Unknown. Completely unknown. Nobody can guess who it is. I know who it is. I want to put something else in here about the mushroom in the canyon. I don't want to say filled, lined. Because this is kind of the place where they made, for all intents and purposes, they have created a CERN-like reactor where they can do fractal magic. So they pass magic through these conduits underneath from the mana stream around this place, and it goes through and it gets amplified and amplified and amplified and keeps fractally breaking, but they keep trying to amplify it. And this place is incredibly dangerous, but nobody really understands how it works because the people who are investigating it aren't part of the Brotherhood. Okay. Could be anyone. It could be anyone. Hey, by the way, everybody, I'm going to let you know I am evidently... I don't want to brag, but I think I'm a financial genius because I had some money sitting in an E-Trade account from when they sold some of my stock when we were acquired by Microsoft. And I'm like, oh, I got to pay taxes on that, so I got to take some out. I'm like, there's some money left in there. How do I buy a stock? I've never bought just a stock and just put money into it. I looked around today on my lunch hour. I went in, I'm like, I don't know. And I went to BTC. It's a Bitcoin fund, evidently, or something. It invests in Bitcoin. I'm like, I'm going to buy a couple of shares, and just went boop and saved. And I came back. I looked at it at the end of the day. I made $2.10. My first day. So cash is going to come rolling in. I mean, who else can say they made $2 today? Well, I'm sorry, $2.10 today. Probably a lot of people. And that was my story about money. Watch out, he's a financial guru now. Woo, don't let me drive, but I'll take your money and invest it. It's a weird sentence I've got going on here. He's crowned with an obsidian monolith as well. It's peak below. I'm going to leave it for the moment. I'm going to think about that. I also, in addition to that, I put in a thing to buy 1 share of Tesla stock. But I did that later, and it was after the markets closed. So I have a few shares of that and 1 share of Tesla stock waiting to be bought tomorrow, evidently. I'm like, oh, market's closed. Oh, yeah, market's closed. Oh, well, never mind. Whatever. But yeah, I literally specifically looked it up and I'm like, where's Tesla? I'm like, oh, TSLA. Okay, there we go. All right, Rabisu, the Shrine of Lingering Life. This is where the Brotherhood delved into the mysteries that are Mordecai's peer review, the ending of life, and how they could avoid it. Shrine is one of the darkest, more forbidding Brotherhood left behind. Nestled in a dark swamp, all approaches require the use of a boat unless one can fly. Cats are playing with their what do you call it? Their roulette wheel upstairs. Hello, Cajun Corey. Oh, clogged with residue. I shouldn't say clogged. Would be a good word. Residue, decay, and death. I'm gonna look up something quickly to make sure I'm not typing the wrong word. All right. Secretary Nugget, hello. So much potential for puns in this chat. All right. Do it. All right. Oh, I didn't go to. I'm not searching the web for thesaurus. I'm going to thesaurus.com. I don't like that word. That word doesn't work for me. That could work. Let's see how this works. All approaches require the use of a boat unless you can fly. Require the use of a boat unless one can fly. The frozen grass is surrounded with spot. Temple of Unveiling. All right, so let's see. Nestled in the dark swamp, all approaches to Rabisu require the use of a boat unless one can fly. The fetid morass that surrounds Rabisu is foul, gorged with the residue. I want to say that. Yeah, residue of decaying death. The waters carry disease. The air thick with the stench of rot. Above it all, stands the immaculate white stones of this temple of unveiling, seemingly immune to the ravages of time. Wow, that one's just bad. That's just mean. No. I like the reaction is just no. So Cajun Corey in the other map that I had open. Let's cancel. Let me save that. The other map I had open, the April Fool's map. You did have. I'll open it up here. You did have a place. You had a place on the map. Uh-oh. There's a no and a yes. There's gonna be a yes-no fight going on here. So yeah, this is me. I fixed the map. So the Cajun Corey marshes are over here. Not too far away from Chrysanthus here in Moss, which I didn't change because Moss just works. And Jensen for you, Port Jensen is over here. Right on the edge of this little jetty, or not jetty, this, I called it a jetty, this little inlet. And there's fantastic. And the Half Centaur Kingdom, I forgot to point that one out. And the Stinky Rocks place. Because everybody's half centaur, right? That's horrible. Does the Nugget have a French doppelganger who's a baker? Ugh. Ugh. That one hurt me. That one hurt me. I am in pain now. The pain is real, man. She's dying. You hit a vital spot. The Great Portal and Complex. I'm writing some stuff down about the Umbral Portal. Great Portal and Complex built long ago by the Brotherhood, EO, no, in the jungles, though no locals would take adventuring parties there, as it resides near a number of fell beasts which they see little honor in disturbing. The party does stumble onto its location, manage to defeat or drive off the creatures living there. They may have a chance to discover how the device works. Unknown to most, this portal connects to a sister portal on the Umbral Atoll, either of which may be activated to create a temporary two-way magical transport, though the cost to do so is significant and should be undertaken only by a well-versed wizard. Nope, a witch and a warlock probably can't do it. Wow. Yeah, which is the cause of joy? We don't know. Shrine of Lingering Life. Message retracted. I did more as. Okay, I think that all works. All right. On to the tea house. Cats are running around like dorks. Ancient and storied temple in the clouds rests high in the loftiest peaks of the rain wall. The approach is treacherous, despite the winding roads leading to it, and many who set out on the path turn back before completing their journey to the hidden veil. Those who persevere are greeted by the sight of a great stone bathhouse, flanked by manicured hot springs, great waterfalls plunging from the peaks above to feed the Great Lake and the stunning tea house itself. Folk come here for the counsel of the oracles of the tea house, some paying dearly for a chance to gain knowledge, some coming away with pearls of wisdom for free. They know not where the oracles gain their knowledge, but gladly accept and act on it. Unknown to most is the fact that behind the greatest waterfall in the vale is the lair of the legendary silver dragon Whisperwind. Here she manipulates events in not only Kiru, but across the Godlands. Her network of spies bring her every scrap of information on past, current, future events which they hear. Dun dun dun! The Order of Saren Monks. So Cindervale is the Order of Saren Monks have built their main training grounds in the most inhospitable section of the Rainwall Mountains in the north of Kiru. The valley they chose features active geysers, magma flows, and poisonous gas-filled, though dormant, lava tubes which delve deep beneath the peaks. In addition, it is a convergence of Manastream energy which they use to tempt and train both their initiates and themselves daily. Da, da, da. Ask my daughter about my senseless humor. The cornier, the better. Your humor causes groans heard round the world. Yep, proud of it too, it seems. I see. Have her read these jokes so you get a laughter in the stream playbacks. Corny humor, but it's amazing. Wow. 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 Oh, there we go. All right, the monks use the deadly terrain and natural obstacles as training grounds, toughening their bodies as well as their minds in the highly dangerous valley. Visitors are welcome at the keep, though they are not allowed to access the training grounds or travel the paths of adversity the monks use for training. Saren monks do not claim to be part of Kiru proper, and the Kyrians leave them alone, not considering them a threat. In addition, they have a cordial relationship with the tea house and its adherents. Monks from the order often serve as guards of the oracles there as part of their final training. Should I leave now, Kristen? No. Hey, by the way, I bought myself a toy because I reminded myself of this thing that I had when I was a kid, or my brother rather did, and I wanted one too. And I bought it on Amazon, but I clicked on the wrong thing and put it in my cart, evidently. I was looking at two of them, and I removed one from my cart. I got the wrong one. So, I decided I was going to buy myself something fun to play with. Oops, it's got cat fur on it. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy some Lincoln Logs, official Lincoln Logs. It's going to be great. Yeah, I bought something that are the knockoff version of Lincoln Logs. That's 530 pieces by some group called Wonder Toys, and it's called Wooden Logs. Create happy childhood. I'm sure it's not made in China out of wood that's going to kill me if I touch it. Because on the back it says, different cabin shape. Design the farm logs house by yourself. Yeah, self-recognition and physical dynamics. Yeah. Made in China. Safe, green, learn, fun. I'm afraid to open it and touch them. I may leave it wrapped up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I should do a wooden logs building stream. Yeah. It'll be the greatest thing ever. Everybody'd love it. Speak good English. Yes. Baptist instead. Oh, Cajun Corey. Wow. Can we replace your daughter with you on 70 streams? Lol. Hey, what did you guys think of the session 0 sound test stream that we did for Strange Aeons? Entertaining? Did you guys see it? Did you watch it? Excuse me. I'm looking forward to that. Because that's this Friday, right? That's this Friday, yeah. You speak the good English. I know someone watched the 20 minutes available on Kick. You mean the part that, you know, wasn't supposed to be live on Kick? Oh, yeah, that one. All right, so let's go into some more depth on a couple of these things. We got that. The dyes of Kiru. In the south of Kiru, the predominant industry is the making of dyes. Craftsmen is a covered method of extracting brilliant colors from nature. Dyes fade slowly. From reds to blues to royal purples, these dyes fade slowly and are in demand. Brilliant yellows, fire reds, cool blues to royal purples, these dyes fade slowly and are in demand across the godlands. I would get out the joke books. Oh no! If I ever meet Chrysanthemum person, I think I send her home with a joke book for you. Oh no, do not! She wishes my jokes and puns, or she hushes my jokes and puns when we get together. That's my joy. She has to read them. Has to. Deep yellows, fire reds, cool blues, early purples. What did it say from? Deep yellows, fire reds, cool blues, royal purples. There we go. Oops. Don't need that bracket in there. Dyes fade slowly in demand across the godlands. Both from traditional silkworms and the much more dangerous coastal spiders. I'm gonna show my ignorance of spiders. Do spiders have larvae or eggs? I don't know what they're classified as. Because they are eggs, but are they technically... It says develop inside a sac-like structure. Okay. So it's still technically an egg. Okay. Spiders' eggs. Would have been a great curse of Crescent Goddess. Every time she speaks, she needs to end her thoughts in a pub. I don't know. I like pub better. Pun. That would have been a horrible curse, and I think she would have gotten her character killed instantly by jumping into a wood chipper. And she's mulch. Pub work. Still waiting for that shorter for reading my jokes. Yeah, I'm going to guess there's different types of spiders and bugs that have, you know, the eggs, the egg sacs, but some of them have larvae, some of them have the little creature in there, however it works. But yeah, I'm just talking about the silk farming because they get it from the egg sacs and not the living creatures. All right. So driving them off while keeping them alive to lay more eggs is ideal, though dangerous. Okay. The curse is attached to the soul. I would taunt Noelle until she one-shots me. Stretch thin on just the shows. I need two of me. Now, the new. I think that works. I think that covers some of that. We talked about religion in Kiru in these last few years of the Civil War. More and more outside influences entered Kiru. Among them are missionaries from the various temples across the Godlands, some of whom found a foothold for their teachings in various warlord territories. Still rare for the warriors of Kiru to embrace the worship of a god, but amongst the everyday people, it is not unheard of. A small temple of Orn has been established in the town of Rido, in the territory of Yaga the Blue Heron, a young warlord in the southeast. He embraces the idea of knowing one's enemy through observation and wisdom, thus Orn's teachings intrigue him. He's paid for the construction of this shrine of the god to the god of wisdom and regularly holds meetings with the priest there, a man named Ethelston. Simple shrines have sprung up in other territories erected by local craftsmen and citizens, but they see little traffic besides the small groups who put them in place. Um, Cultural, what would you call it? The cultural. Virtues. true Kirinese warriors to face such shrines when they come across them, believing the worship of the gods goes against their cultural virtues. All right. I got some spaces here for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. The Morning Rock. Off the coast of Onsen is a rocky and desolate island where Kyrians since time immemorial have brought their honored dead to be left to the elements. Winds battered the shores of the island, and there's little cover for the living to hide behind when the great winds scour its surface. Boop. You spelled that. This in turn assures that Kiru has a lower than normal population of undead plaguing them. There we go. Those who have passed on are routinely cremated if not brought to the Morning Rock. You know, last night, speaking of the dead, I was feeling a little bit bad for mowing through the man-bear pigs in Cthulhu with clay until I saw how badly they were beating the snot out of everyone. Like, well, we gotta kill them before they kill us. We're in a tight spot. And we were in a tight spot. But we got out of it. And where am I at with Kiru? Okay, the Boar clan. I'm going all the way back up to Kiru. All right, the major conflict is the Civil War. Their saying is overcome yourself first. The capital is Karsdal. The largest city is Karsurum. Let's get over here. Ruler, government, local warlords. Dialect is common in Kirinese. Religion is patron worship or Zirath for some of them. Sparse patron worship. Demonym is Kyries or Kyrian. Name examples, I don't have any. All right, from the mountainous rain wall in the north to the lush plateaus of the south, Kiru is a wild, beautiful land embroiled in the bitter civil war. Kyrians find beauty in battle songs, military ceremony, and holding to their traditions. And while they do have great craftsmen, artisans are still considered second-class citizens. Female warriors are rare in Kiru, but not unheard of, as training women in battle is seen as non-traditional and therefore a questionable practice. We don't want those ladies trained with shovels. They could come out and clong us. Though drawn to war, conflict and the testing of oneself against adversity, the people of Kiru by and large did not participate in the God. Okay, the people of Kiru by and large did not participate in the God Killer War. Their internal conflicts held their attention. Their desire to not treat with the gods of Erudia kept them neutral on the world stage. Grix's envoys had been sternly but politely refused, as had those of the allied gods. Only the tenets of Zerath ever piqued any interest in the barbaric folk of Kiru. And Zerath is god of war and fire, so not surprising. The barbaric clans waged warfare upon one another as the world teetered on the edge of an apocalypse, focusing on their own aspirations, doing their best to ignore the upheavals in the cosmos. Once the God-Killer War ended, Kiru's borders were beset by hopeful refugees looking to find unravaged lands. They were met by implacable defenders who drove them away without mercy. Kiru was never part of the Agrian Empire, having refused repeated offers and warnings to join them. As the Great Empire receded during the later years of the God-Killer War, the Kyrian warlords consolidated their power and military might on their borders, preparing for the Orcish invasions they believed would come. These invasions never did materialize. The orcs haven't been forced out of the Godlands by Grix's defeat. Getting a message here. Who messages me? Oh, friend's just talking about our game tonight. Okay. "30 short years ago, the balance of power in Kiru shifted with the untimely death of Okala the Bear, the greatest warlord of the northern clans. Having no legitimate heir in place is how forces fractured their attention, turning to conquest." Let me check something here quickly. We'll say no concrete. There we go. All right. I'm just mentioning about Okala's death. The death of Okala is rumored to have been orchestrated by agents of the Leopard clan, but no concrete evidence has been put forth as of yet. The bear? What's his net worth? In the billions? Well, it was a lot. It was a whole bunch. You guys are lucky about one thing. I installed a program to allow me to try and make an avatar that would go over me and would be like visible. Like I would look like a, I don't know, a frog or something, whatever they call that. But I looked at it and it requires you to have, if you make over a certain amount on YouTube channels and stuff, you have to pay them for a license. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that because I don't own this channel. So I didn't put it up here. But I was like, oh man, there's a mannequin one and there's like a frog. I'm like, nope, not going to do it. So you're lucky. You're very lucky. I can take that out of there. It would have been disturbing. So disturbing. All right, the Bear Clan. Largest of the tribes that are native to Kiru, the Bear Clan currently leads the defense of the country. Despite the internal struggles, funds and warriors are furnished to uphold these ancient treaties. Let's see. From each of the clans. Furnished from each of the clans to uphold these ancient treaties. The newest warlord of Bear Clan, Kaga, is son of a long line of Okalas, who trace their line back to the original founder of the ancient seat of their power, a village that shares their name. Okala is primarily a fishing village, but controls and protects the mining interests of Karth Dal to the north. Look, bears, they have a fishing village. Fishing village! Should be a lot of free or one-off payment avatars you get. Oh, yeah, I'm not really looking at one because I was going to do it as a joke today just to be like, I messed everything up. It's April Fool's. I've screwed everything up. My camera. I mean, as it was, I had 3 cameras on screen just to be weird. Like, I have my camera mirrored up here so I can... Look, it's me looking around. But yeah, I just show my face because I don't care. I don't care. I'm me. Bear Clan embraces ferocity in battle, often charging in great numbers towards their foes and driving them from the battlefield. Strength, defiance, intimidation, and the impulsive desires of the blood are the hallmarks of their society. Alright. Heron Clan. The Heron Clan rules the lands from Rito, the hub of the silk trade in Kiru, and home of their rules their lands from Rito, the hub of the silk trade in Kiru, and home to one of the only ports on the eastern coast, which is right down here. This place. Ruled by Yaga, the Blue Heron, a swordsman of great renown, Rito is a calm city that does brisk trade with the other clans. Also known as the center of sword making, Rito boasts some of the greatest smithing traditions in all of Kiru, rivaled only by those of Bear Clan and Karth Dal. The Heron Clan idolizes patience, cleverness, and agility, all in the name of the defense of their territory. Heron Clan is always looking to expand their lands and has done just that in recent years, to take over Akisa Vale from Monkey Clan. They moved up and took them out. They kicked the Monkey Clan out. Get out of here, Monkey Clan. Oops. Boar Clan, more isolated from the mainlands. I guess I could do this. Of Kiru than the other tribes, Boar Clan rules over the drier grasslands of the north and western coast. Up here, from Onsen up to Kish, and all the way up, technically towards Ukelos, but that's not their land, so. They're great leather workers and hunters, and their lands are overrun with their namesakes. Great boars descended from the wild gubs that stalk the northern waste above Mount Silbermon, far to the northeast. The beasts were brought here in antiquity by the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil for their experiments. They quickly overran the coastal regions where they had no natural predators. They intermingled with the native species and gave rise to the current dire boars that stalk the grasslands in packs. Obsessed with defense, Boar Clan favors thick hide armors of cunning make and idolize the qualities of honesty. Honestly, don't need an L in there. Honesty, loyalty, and bravery, and they still believe they're the only line of defense for Kiru against the Azure Kingdom and the lands beyond. I'm going to say they're mainly neutral in the internal conflicts. To spend their preferring to spend their energy on border defense. Leopard Clan. The Leopard Clan is recovering from a mysterious plague which decimated their population in recent years. They still have no knowledge of what caused the outbreak, but the other clans shunned and isolated them, going so far as to leave massive tributes of goods on their roadways to and from Umari to keep them from venturing forth. More than one Leopard Clan scouting party was killed from afar by the bows of the Boar Clan for daring to venture past what was considered a safe cordon. The Leopard clan idolizes speed, fearlessness, independence, and stealth, though their values and skills have been tested sorely by the isolation and death that the plague has brought upon them. Dun dun dun. Wide-eyed Chrysanth. Monkey Clan. Monkey Clan is the most innovative and most chaotic of the clans, embracing new ideas and thoughts as a rule. Recently driven from Kisa Vale by the expansionist warlord of the Heron Clan, Monkey Clan has retreated to the south of to their ancestral homeland of Mosin, below the jungles of Xanath. So they were all the way up in here, and they got pushed all the way back down here, hundreds of miles down to Mosin. Here they are licking their wounds, rearming themselves, and exploring the ruins they once trod as the helpers of the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, looking for secrets and knowledge to help them take back what they believe is theirs. Idolizing adaptability, curiosity, and no small amount of greed for knowledge, Monkey Clan has, and always will, ignore their own safety in the pursuit of power. Though, also being great tricksters, they will often go to the same lengths for a joke or a prank. So, Cajun Corey is Monkey Clan. Got it. Karthal. The foot of the rainwall lies Karthal, an ancient stone defensive fort with a commanding view of the southern lands. Once the seat of Ocala's power, it is now held by his son Kaga. Features 3 consecutive walls in the traditional style of carrying fort, the center holding a large hall defensive tower. Let me check something here. Definitely Monkey Clan. All right, I wanted to see how this worked out. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Trying to find a good version of one of these forts to look at. That doesn't look real. Yeah, that's not ancient. It's cool looking though. Just not what I'm thinking about. Yeah, that one looks weird. I'm looking at different forts and different cultures, and some of these are a little wonky. A little wonky. Funneling. I spelled the words the goodest. There we go. I spelled it right. Features concentric walls. Traditional style of carrying fort. The center holding a large hall and defensive towers, funneling the attackers for the bulk of the defense. Okay. Get rid of that word. There we go. What would be a good name in the Kyrians fashion? They're barbarians. They're kind of like, Eastern, kind of screen optimization. For a clear screen optimization, power will be turned on and off for about 10 minutes. No, don't start now. Cancel. My screen wants to do a screen optimization. it's tried to do it before and it doesn't do it. Now it's trying to do it while I'm trying to stream. Duh. So anyway, I'm trying to think of a good name, kind of an Eastern name, kind of, you know, Islander, Maori, Maori, however you pronounce it, Japanese, Korean. You know, I'm trying to find something that blends a few of these things. All right. Oh, I just saw a thing that says Hooters files for bankruptcy, pivots to more family-friendly model. Okay. Okay. I don't like that name. Oops. Go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going with Hotaru. It says the great swordsmith Hotaru, also known as the Firefly, for the showers of sparks his work produces, makes his home here in Karthal. Treated as a first-class citizen by Okala and now his son Kaga, despite being a mere craftsman, he is known far and wide. Students come to learn from him, though few are chosen to learn his secrets. Because they've got their cool sword-making dudes. Hello, this eccentric. Right. All right. Karth Urum is the sprawling city port. So that was Karth Dol. And we got Karth Urum. Sprawling port city that supplies the majority of Kiru with goods from the outlands. This is one of the only places in Kiru where you will find people other than from other nations of the Godlands living side by side with the Kirinese. Outlanders can't own property in Kiru. Several merchant alliances have been granted special permission to operate within Karth Urum and have been allowed to lease properties for their businesses. Business? The merchant ships are not allowed to enter the inner port and are anchored in the outer bay while their goods are ferried into the city's harbor. Okay. Hero. Built after the God-Killer War as a fortified outpost on the very edge of Kiru's territory, Hero guards the only road connecting the eastern Godlands to the nation. Land trade from the Godlands into Kiru passes through here, where the goods are inspected, tariffs are collected before they are allowed to pass south. As a border fort, protection is shared by members of more than one clan, united under the banner of the current northern warlord, Kaga. Kala, a village in the foothills below. So this is Hero, right here, right across from Port Mika. All right, so Okala, a village in the foothills below Karth. Why does it say Karth Call? It's Karth Dal. That's weird. I guess I just mistyped that. Never noticed that before. Village is named after the great Bear Clan chieftain who founded it. Its gates and walls feature carvings of the namesake creature, and more than one of the great beasts will be found within the walls at any given time. Wandering with its master, or following the lead of its master. Kal is primarily a fishing village, though they do deal in iron goods on a small scale due to the mines in the nearby foothills. It's a Darth Dave! Kisavale. Okay, Koto. Flourishing trapper's village. Koto is primarily home to members of the Bear Clan, great hunters who ply their trade up and down the river, and into the mountains. Let's see, something else about Koto. All right. Let's see, with the village features Agrian-style baths due to the hot springs in the area. Let's say feature Kyrian versions of Agrian-style baths due to the hot springs in the area. They do a brisk business with the merchants used to such luxuries. Yeah, outland merchants, we'll say. All right, Kisa Vale. Ooh, this cool place. Kisa Vale, controlled currently by Yaga and the Heron clan. This crossroads is the last stop before the even wilder southern jungles are entered. The Vale is a breathtaking landscape of jungle dells, waterfalls, and hot springs. Once controlled by the Monkey Clan, their powers have diminished, and they've retreated past the jungles of Xanatha into their ancestral city of Mosun. All iconography of the Monkey Clan is forbidden in Kisa Vale. The great statue of Obu of the Moon has been toppled, much to the chagrin of Yaga, who had ordered it to be preserved but shrouded. The message to do so arrived too late to stop the destruction by his underlings. What would that be? So the Monkey Clan has vowed revenge for this affront. They've refused Yaga's offers to restore the statue and pay a weregild in recompense. I'm going to look up another word for this because I don't like using that phrase here. Atonement, no. Redress, yeah. Remuneration, recompense, yeah. All the name things, yeah. Not what I'm looking for. Yeah, Monkey Clan has vowed their revenge. They'll have their revenge. And Deathstalker too. Sorry, that's horrible. That's bad, I know. All right. Umari. Umari. Little place down here of the Leopard Clan. Main stronghold of the alien Leopard Clan. They've only recently sprung back from a deadly plague that had ravaged their people. Few travel in and out of Umari due to the lingering fear of sickness, despite the fact that no one has fallen ill for nearly a year. Let me check one thing here. All right. Great fishermen and trappers, they rarely lack for food, but their desire for metals has been increasing as of late, and they are actively searching for new sources of metal. We'll just say new sources. We already mentioned metal. So fix that sentence. Actively searching for new resource or new sources, even venturing into the shrouded and dangerous hills on the verge of the deep Xanathan jungle. So they're going into these hills looking for iron, which is dangerous. All right, Rido. I'm not sure which way I want to pronounce it. I like Rido, but ancestral seat of the Heron clan. This is the epicenter of the silk trade in Kiru. They jealously guard their most skilled tradesmen and their secrets. Amongst these are the swordsmiths who are famed far and wide for their light and durable blades. Let me check one thing. All right, so always in competition with Hotaru. With Hotaru of the Bear Clan, these master swordsmiths are not known by name. Has many competing swordsman schools. Heron Clan has many competing swordsman schools, all claiming that they produce the best warriors. All right. We'll get down to Mosin, the ancestral home of the Monkey Clan. They were the favorite of the ancient wizards who experimented in the depths of the jungles of Xanatha. Guides, helping hands, and occasionally volunteers, the members of Monkey Clan were voracious for knowledge, and it led many of them to their deaths at the hands of the wizards and their out-of-control experiments. All right, I'll fix that. Oops. Oh, of dash. There we go. They lost control of Kisa Vale recently and retreated to Mosin. And I'm repeating these things over and over because depending on which entry you read, you may not see it. So I repeat it in a few entries, then you'll get it over and over and over, and everybody will learn it and feel really smart. But it's not too wordy to make people annoyed. Anyway, plot their campaign against Heron Clan. They retreated to Mosin to lick their wounds and plot their campaign against Heron Clan. They've even begun following old paths into the deep jungle, searching after lost magics to aid them. All right. Kish. Kish is way up here. Kish, Kish, Kish. Controlled by the Boar Clan, this is the city of Kiru, closest to the Azure Kingdom. A fortified hill outpost that stands vigilant against an incursion from the Desert Kingdom that never has and likely will never materialize. Both cultures are generally more interested in securing their own borders, so the likelihood of a conflict is minuscule. The Boar Clan members are great hunters and leather workers, and they provide the kingdom with a wealth of cured hides and animal products. Through the ocean waves. That was a funny typo. But only I will ever know what it was. Boar Clan members are great hunters and leather workers, and they provide the kingdom with a wealth of cured hides and animal products. Kish is the only city of Kiru on the west coast to have a deep water port, though it mainly services the Boar Clan raiding ships and their fishing fleet, which chases through the ocean waves for the elusive moonfish. Boo. Do. Between here and Zeph. Yep. Do. God's will with ease. All right. And ease. Boop. There we go. Traders ply their wares between here and Knetsef, their shallow drafts, allowing them to meander not only along the coast, but up and down the Godswell with ease. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to eat before this. No wonder I'm starving. I'm like, I had a snack. Oh, I didn't eat any food since lunch. So before I go to my game, I'm probably gonna stop maybe, I don't know, like 4 minutes early, something like that. So I have enough time, maybe 5 minutes. So I have enough time to go cook something really quickly before my game. I have some burnt ends I could warm up. Just throw them in the air fryer. Let them warm up. Okay, that works. I think that works. Onsen. The ancestral seat of the Boar clan. Onsen is surrounded by hot springs and lush hills. That's down here. Don't burn them. What? Don't eat chat. I'm going to eat chat. These books will have redundant reading, therefore it could be a quarter their size. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Those 6 words that I used in 3 different paragraphs. Oh my gosh. We're done. I'll only lightly singe the burnt ends. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right. Surrounded by hot springs and lush hills. I guess it doesn't like that being a word. Allowing the residents to have access to far more luxuries than their northern brethren in Kish. The hills allow for great farms and orchards to flourish. Excuse me. Flourish under the watchful eyes of the Boar clan warriors. Boom! Yeah, I think I'm literally just going to eat burnt ends. I don't know if I'll have time to make a vegetable. That's fine, though. A plate of meat. Xanatha, a lost region of the southern coast of Kiru, whose depths only the monkey clan dares to penetrate. Chrysanth, I had a dream that the ocean was filled with orange soda. Turns out it was a fantasy. Fantastic says, my private got canceled, so I'll probably wait for our state election results. How exciting. Hello, Shadow Warden. All right, home to the notorious Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, their ancient temples of unveiling, and their escaped experiments, the jungles of Xanatha are a terrifying realm of unchecked magic gone awry. Adventuring parties are often allowed to enter Kiru through their main port for the sole aim of exploring the jungles of Xanatha, the barbarians gladly taxing them before they head out on their expeditions. Few of them return, so the barbarians aren't worried about them disturbing anything in the ruins of the jungle, letting the weak fall in whatever manner they have chosen. Those few who do return with treasure are greeted with amusement and a small amount of respect by the locals. Small amount of respect. Every time I think I'm done prepping encounters for my players, I think of something I want to add. Dorks? Gone awry or gone erudite? Well, I don't know. Both? So, Artificial Cutie, what do you do for prepping encounters for your players? I'm curious. But I only burnt the ends. The beginning is fine. Ba-ba. So only eat the burnt starts. Right? Right. Right. Those two who do return, blah, 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 blah. The Umbral Portal, we talked about that. I talked about this. I went through there. I went through Alu and Bashmu and Rabesu and the Tea House and Cinder Vale and the dyes, the silks. Talked about religion, the Morning Rock, and that's it. We've hit all the parts of Kiru today. Every single entry on Kiru has been hit. Bam! I've added to every single one of them. Nice. I like it. All right, so we got that covered. We got that covered. I still want to talk about this place in here. Above the rain wall, this pass through the mountain, it's all the hills between Gardzintor and Kish. Because I wanted this to be another place where there's a giant enclave. So I think for my own remembering, I'm gonna go check and see what they're doing. I'll be right back. My cats are dorks. So it was neither Muffin nor Lucy this time. It was Pumpkin, the little orange and white cat who's not that little, who had gotten one of those wooden balls out of the spinny thing, and he picked it up in his mouth because it's not that big, and he's like, he had a hold of it, and he's running around with it. Evidently, the other cats wanted it, and he was just running away with it the whole time, trying to get away from them to hide somewhere so he could play with it and chew on it. I finally got it away from him, unscrewed the thing, snapped it back down in there, and then tightened the screw down on the thing. Like, hopefully they won't get it back out again. I'm assuming it's because there's two wooden ones, and in the center there's one of those little, it's like that compressed stuff that they make, these little things you can put on the wall that's like catnip. It's kind of like a ball made of catnip, but it's hard like a piece of wood, but they can lick it and rub on it. And I think they all smell like it now, so they're like, I want it, I want it, I want it. He took it and ran. They didn't like that. Exactly. Orange cat was chaotic. Oh, no. Is he being... I hope he calmed down. We'll see. What? Let's put the one throwaway monk I was mooking into 4 different throwaway mooks, just a little bit of personality to them. Ah, okay. Well, I'm working on my GM storytelling book, and I talk a lot about how I prepare for campaigns. So I want to get that out. I want to get that out someday. Anyway, we're going to put in here, we're just going to put in the word giant because we'll rename it eventually. I just don't want to forget that I have the giants in there. That's a reason. There's a reason that nobody goes through this easy way from this area to that way. It's not a good choice. And I might even put a castle in there, like an old giantish castle from the beginning of the old war, something sized for them that no longer exists anywhere else. So we'll see. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to wrap up about 5 minutes early. So I've got about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. So I'm going to kind of wrap up here. And yeah, so hopefully everybody who got to see it enjoyed the April Fool's map and the April Fool's Madness. If you didn't see it, I'll load it up again really quickly. And I'll make it bigger on the screen if it loads. If it loads. See if we can get the map. I'll even make it bigger for you. So we got, I fixed it all. It's Rudy Poo Isle. More water. The Half Centaur Kingdom. I'm melting. Wow, that's deep. No vampires here. Proper dwarves. No one goes here on purpose. Urudai's secret place. Discount Mid-East country. Future home of Fantasy Vegas. The Alabama of Dwarf Kingdoms. Stinky Rock's place. Not Florida. The Goth Jungle and the Goth Island. We even got a few little places in here like, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Batberg. History Eraser Button World. Redhead Stepchild Colony. So Fantastic, Much Sarcastic. Daxioso Town. Port Jensen. A feline slept here. I'm missing a bunch of them here. I can't find them all because I don't have enough time to find them all. Moss Moth, Crescent was here. Cajun Quarry Marshes. Tomicsville. Where did I put? I can't find Dave. I can't find my Shadow and my Dave things. They're in here somewhere. Dang it. I don't have time to find them. But I gotta go. Well, if I put this map and hand it to Urudai, he can take a peek at it and see where all these things were. I do have that. Now this is eccentric over there. I can't find the rest of them. Damn it. I was too clever hiding them. All right. Well, they're on here somewhere. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I'm going to Go back in here, make that the same size it was. I'm going to go. I'm going to get my food ready. And I will be back here again on Thursday for more of this. But also I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, for Wednesday After Dark on Moonskull. So tomorrow, Wednesday After Dark on Moonskull. Thursday, more of this over here. And then Friday, premiere episode of Strange Aeons with Chrysanth and some other people. But Chrysanth is going to steal the show. We all know it. And there we go. So she's going to get the best rolls. Oh, wait, Sevi's there. She'll get the second best rolls. We'll see. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to like and comment over on YouTube. I will talk to y'all later.